think 7 years. I would say 7 years.
8 years.
6 or 7 years, I think.
12 years.
Wonder what these numbers mean? This is the typical number of years it takes for someone with axial spondyloarthritis to get a diagnosis. It is a chronic inflammatory disease that causes pain and stiffness in the spine and sacroiliac joints, but it can affect other parts of the body, including knees, hands, wrists, ankles. It tends to present in people's early 20s and 30s, and it can be a progressive condition for patients as well. Axial spondyloarthritis is an umbrella term that has two broad classifications. We have radiographic axial spondyloarthritis, which was formerly known as ankylosing spondylitis, and here patients have changes that are already visible on X-rays of the spine and sacroiliac joints. In the other classification, which is non-radiographic axial spondyloarthritis, X-rays are frequently normal, but the changes are predominantly seen on the MRI scan of both the spine and sacroiliac joints. The main symptoms of axial spondyloarthritis are this concept of inflammatory back pain. What I mean by that is early morning stiffness that lasts over half an hour, but can last up to a few hours. The back symptoms are typically better with activity. They tend to be worse with rest. They cause buttock pain that can alternate from side to side, and again, typically will cause wakening in the second half of the night.
When you wake up, the first 30 minutes in your daily routine, your morning routine, it's a little bit more difficult than from the rest of the day when you're just being active and so on.
Okay, the first one would be the lower back, and then the second one would be the knee that will get swollen, and the hands as well would get swollen.
The main symptoms when it started were the hip and buttock pain.
There is already a stiffness in my lower back, the difficulty of getting up from bed in the morning.
The fatigue levels that patients experience with this condition are really high. Along with this, the condition, when it progresses, can obviously lead to spinal fusion. We also have to remember that patients can have had eye conditions such as anterior uveitis, skin conditions such as psoriasis, and bowel conditions such as Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. So it's really ensuring that we pick up all the clues that these patients can present with, and putting these clues together really will help us reach the diagnosis much quicker. Axial spondyloarthritis can present like many other conditions, and it's due to the non-specific presentation that can lead to a significant delay in diagnosis.
We were diagnosed 6, 7, 8 years, delay in the diagnosis, and by then the damages are already done.
Recognizing the condition early and getting those patients referred onto a rheumatologist for consideration of treatments we know that can make a difference now, like the biologic and targeted synthetic disease-modifying drugs, mean that we can prevent a lot of that disability and prevent a lot of that burden of disease and allow people to live